Today on the show I review Amazing Spider-Man issue 15, Spider-Gwen issue 1, and Superior Iron Man issue 5. Hello and welcome to the show with reviews. I'm Auram, and as always, I will be reviewing 3 of the comics that I picked up and read on Wednesday. Let's get started. First up, we have Amazing Spider-Man issue 15, written by Dan Slott with art by Giuseppe Camuncoli. This was the ending to Spider-Verse that I was looking for. The book is kind of treated as an epilogue to the whole event, and I really think they just should have called it the actual finale. Spider-Verse has really just been a fun ride. It has its ups and downs, of course. I have to say, though, I'm really glad it's over. I miss just seeing Peter swing around New York stopping street-level thieves. That's what Spider-Man's all about. Sure, the interdimensional huge event is appreciated every once in a while, but when it's dragged out as long as Spider-Verse was, it gets tiresome. The big thing that I took away from this event is just hope for what's to come. We got a multitude of hints from this book on where the story is going to go in the future, and I hope they actually resolve those and they're not just red herrings to get people excited. Next up is Spider-Gwen issue 1, written by Jason Latour with art by Robbie Rodriguez. This is it, folks. The book everyone has been waiting for. Ever since Edge of Spider-Verse issue 2, people have been hooked on the idea of a Gwen Stacy Spider-Woman, and especially have been entranced with the world of Earth 65. Because of this, we now have an ongoing book starring said Spider. This book was a lot of different things for me. At face value, I liked it, and it was pretty much what I expected it to be. I liked all the new takes on characters and really delving deeper into Earth 65. For example, Freight Castle seems to be some kind of detective here instead of the Punisher as we know him in 616. I do have a couple of gripes with the book, though. The first thing is that I thought the pacing was a little bit slow. It really takes its time to tell the story over the pages that it was allowed, and when it ends, I'm definitely excited for the next issue, but I'm not super hyped up to see what happens next. My other gripe is the Vulture. I hate him. I never liked the idea of the Vulture as a villain. He's just a crotchety old man with wings. It's just, I don't know, personal thing, I guess. I think they did try and give him kind of more of a personality in Earth 65, but it really just comes off of needlessly putting the psychopath character on him. It's really just not executed that well. But of course, I'll definitely be picking more of this book up, and can't wait to see what happens leading into Secret Wars, seeing as this takes place in an alternate universe. And last but not least, Superior Iron Man issue 5, written by Tom Taylor with art by Laura Braga. I really like this title, guys. It's really nice to have a good Iron Man book, especially after the fiasco that was the last run written by Kieron Gillen. This book has been great so far, and it really just seems to be getting better with each issue. This issue is less action-intensive. It focuses more on the tragic origin of Teen Abomination, who I have to say is a really silly character, and I'm very glad that Tony makes light of this. Of course, the interactions between Iron Man himself and the rest of the characters are great, especially seeing since this is still his villain self from Axis. This has to be one of my favorite titles being put out right now, and I can't wait to see where the story goes, especially with Pepper and that mysterious old Iron Man model working in the background. That's it, 3 more comics reviewed and done with. Some of you may have noticed that there was no show with issues this week. This was because of 2 reasons, mostly. It was just really cold in the studio, and I had just gotten back from a trip, so I was kind of tired. I update about this stuff constantly on my Twitter, so just, you know, just go follow it. Anyway, there really were some great comics put out this week. One of my other favorites was the King Thor story written by Jason Aaron in the Thor Annual. But that's it for me. Next time, I steal the Black Vortex and realize my full potential. This has to be one of my favorite titles being put out right now. Come on, man. I can do it. I apologize.